Hey guys, how you doing? Here we are working today on my friend's van. It's a guy who lets me use his warehouse to park the Boss 302. So he asked me to do to see what I could do in regards to plastics on his vans. This van is not that old. This van is about 2 years old. I have applied different plastic protectants on it, but because the sun and the heat here in Orlando is so strong, it doesn't last more than 3-4 months. So we are trying today V plastic from Vonixx. This will run you about 50 to 52 bucks. It comes on a 50 millimeter bottle, and what this is, the instructions are in the back. Nobody can read it because it's too small, but you have the QR code in the back, which you can open up in your phone. If you're old like me, QR code. I cannot read this. That's too small. It comes in English, Portuguese, and Spanish, but it's not readable. So the instructions are: wash the plastic really well, dry it out, use some sort of a heavy-duty cleaner, you can use it like a tire remover, and even the products that you use to remove all the junk from the paint before you put the ceramic coating, prep, a panel prep cleaner, and I have. And then you apply it, V plastic, and this is supposed to last between 2 and 3 years. If we got 2 and 3 years in Orlando, I'm going to say, hey, my hat's off to you guys. So I'm going to be trying this product today, my friend's van, on the plastics here, and perhaps on the bumper, and see how that lasts. I know that inside plastic, it will last you 3 years. That's a guaranteed thing. But the outside is a different story. It does not give you, and I was reading on the box, it does not give you shine. No gloss, but the durability and the chemical resistance is like from 0 to 5. It's a 4.5 to 5. So let's try. I never tried a ceramic coating for the plastic before, but let's try it out. Mike, why are you doing a video not in your house? Man, it has been very hot. So my friend who owns this warehouse, he asked me, hey, since you park your car here, can you try doing something with my van? So here we are, cleaned it out as best as we could, and we're gonna apply the product. It applies just like a ceramic coating. Apply it on, buff it off. Okay, just take the top coat off so it doesn't attract dust and all that stuff. Shake it really good. I have no idea how long the shelf life is on this, but my plan is to try it on the entire vehicle. And if it comes out really good, then I got several other vans that my friend owns for me to use it also. This van here, I washed it before. This one here has a spray sealant. I used Vonixx spray sealant on it. There's another van that I did a ceramic, 2 other vans, ceramic coating. And one, the coating, excuse me, did not last more than a year. And the other one, still holding strong. It's all about the maintenance, all right? So let's try it out. Put gloves, okay? I don't have my safety glasses today, so it's gonna have to be this way, all right? So let's try it out. Just like any coatings, see how it goes. You prime the pad. Wear gloves because this thing here you don't want it spilling anywhere. Not the greatest smell, but let's try. So this van was outside, so I think that it will dry real fast because it's hot. It's really hot out. Wow, a couple of drops goes a long way. I am going to say that, okay? So let's push this in here so you can see a little better. so far, not too shabby. Not too shabby. I kind of like it how it looks, and how it spreads. So, you go, but Mike, it's $50. That's true. That's $50. But here's my thought, okay? If you buy any other product, it might cost you about 15, 20 bucks. But no, it might cost you easy $25. Another product. Whoops, there it goes. Good thing it's in the plastic, so no big deal. So what I'm trying to say is this. Fine, it costs you 50 bucks, but if this thing does last, it's much better than you spending $25 and not getting any great results, and it'll be very, very short-term results. You know what I'm afraid of? If this thing works so great, my friend's going to ask me to do his whole fleet because he has a lot of Ford vans. I mean, no big deal. He's a really good friend, but it's all big commercial vehicles, which I'm not wild about doing commercial vehicles because commercial vehicles, they don't get maintained, so they get destroyed real fast. But it's all part of the game, right? So, but Mike, you're almost done with the mirror. That's very true. Well, let's put here on this. Let's put a coating right here on this rubber thing here. Then, Mike, are you going to do the handles? Yes, I am going to do the door handles. Do the here too. Oh, one thing for sure. His van is going to look amazing once we're done this. Wow, I kind of like the result. Now, you need to get a rag. One, a very, very, very short pile, preferably. This one is great. And then you're going to wipe it off. Okay, so just wipe it. Look at that. You're taking the top part of the coating off. You're not removing the whole coating. Look at that. I think this we may have a winner. Yeah. Wow. Very easy. Very, very, very easy. This is great. I think, you know what? I wasn't very sold on plastic ceramic coatings of rubber, but I actually like the result. I think it looks pretty darn cool. Let me bring you closer, okay? Hey, then let me know. Send me a message. Let me know. What do you guys think about my microphone? I got a new microphone. Look at that. Pretty good, right? Let's go for the handle. Let me bring you closer. Mind you, I'm going to shake a little bit, but I'm going to bring you down here to. All right. So let's do the handle, the door handle. I applied ceramic coatings before on plastic handles, and it didn't last very long. Let's see what's so special about this one here that will last. I tried different Vonixx products, and I like most of them are just great. Since I'm doing this here, and I'm going to talk a little bit, as my daughter says, Mike, you talk so much. Gosh, you talk to everybody. You talk about everything in life. Well, I'd like to thank you all guys for the comments you guys have been sending to me, to my channel. I really appreciate you. And, tell your friends, share this, send me messages, all right? Only you can make this channel grow. Look at that. I like this. It looks kind of new. Not matte, but it looks brand new. And dark. I like that. So going back to the subject, only you guys can help me grow this channel. And I really appreciate all of you. And, we are work in progress, like I said, I know that you know, I may have, you know, different content every so often. I don't always have it on the Boss 302, but I try to do content on other car products also. And I really appreciate you a lot. All right. So what do you guys think? Look at that. I think it looks really nice. Let me lower the camera a little bit more so you can see by the keyhole there. Look at that. Right there. Looks brand new, right? All right. So this is what you're going to do. I'm going to lower the camera, and we are going to, you know, these Ford Transits. They have, let me adjust the camera. This black thing here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply that and see how that goes. But going back to the story about the channel, guys, I really appreciate all of you. You know, I thank you for the love. You know, I really appreciate the comments you guys send, and you know, help me grow this channel. I really would appreciate if you could. I'm just a DIY guy. I'm not a professional detailer, but I love doing this stuff. So let's go. So as you see right here, the product, because it's on plastic, you know that it has to, the plastic has to absorb the ceramic coating. So by applying like this, I like to apply in a circle motion, so I get everything, because I don't want to saturate the plastic in one section and apply dry on the other. All right, you understand what I'm trying to say? Look at that. What do you guys think about this kind of result? I think it looks phenomenal. It looks like a brand new piece of plastic here, the trim. And remember, let it dry a little bit. I'm gonna just give it I don't know, 30 seconds. I'm in a controlled environment. I'm in, you know, the warehouse here is about 78. So just wipe it. And the smell's not horribly bad either. It's doable. All right, so look at that. That looks really dark and rich. See the difference? So this is what we're gonna do. Let me bring you, let's do this section here. Take it from there, and then we'll see how the product goes on the rest. Right now I'm very impressed. Very, very impressed. I think this is gonna come out looking great. Remember, don't apply too much. Too much, you might have, you know, high spots. Make sure that when you buff it well. Okay? Spread's good. Very easy to spread. Oh man. Good thing this is on a plastic. If it was on a paint, then it would have been doomed. I had applied a cheap ceramic coating that I had on this plastic when the van was bought. That was like a year, 2.5 years ago. He asked me to apply it. I applied it, but it didn't last. I think it's, you know, maybe the coating was not made for plastic. So, you know, and remember, there's those things too. Even though it's a coating, but maybe it was not made for that. So what I like about this is that it's darker, looks richer. It does not, you know, have a huge, you know, gloss. Look at that. I like it. I think it's, like I said, it's all looks new. That's it. It just looks like a brand new plastic. No crazy shine. Smooth to the touch. I think this is gonna look pretty darn nice. Then I'm gonna do this here too. So it looks new. It looks brand new. So I'm gonna finish the side here. I'm gonna take you along. Right there. Yeah, guys, it's not an exciting vehicle. It's just a work van. But this work van here is the perfect candidate to try it out. This thing works good. I got a couple friends that the cars are due to get washed and detailed. Some of them have some black bumpers also. I'm gonna try on their cars too. Now, if this thing does last 2-3 years as it says, perfect product. Perfect. That's what I'm curious to find out. I think that so you know the box comes with several of these applicators. Comes, I don't know, 3 applicators. So you get saturated, which starts falling apart. You just get a new applicator. Look at that. I like it. No high spots. No high spots. So that's pretty darn good. Let me work on the wheel well there and on the bumper part. Let's see how that goes, right? Move you over. There you go. So let's try the bumper. The reason why I did not wipe it right away, because being plastic, I'm letting the plastic suck up the product a little bit to see how he reacts, you know. You can tell that the bumper is much more dried out, where it's taking much more product. But right now, I'm very impressed. Very impressed with how it's coming out. All right, wipe out time. Let's get my yellow Faithful rag. Mike, it's getting dirty. Yes, because, you know, it's black plastic, so I scrubbed the heck out of it. But I guess there was still a little bit of dirt left, but that's no big deal. No big deal. I got more rags. Okay. Remember, all you're doing is removing the transfer part of the coating. You're not wiping the whole thing off, right? Okay, so let me do some more videos on the other parts of the vehicle with this plastic restorer. And I think we may have a winner here. All right. See how this is already discolored? So let me get my rag here, just wipe it clean. I try to get as much of the water out. I'll get a different rag to do the wipe out. Oh, mine's all seen the hubcap, right? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try to see how it goes in the hubcap. That's an interesting story, right? Interesting situation for you to find out how it works. All right, let's go on the bumper. Wow, looks good. Very easy of application. Very easy. Man, don't you have a nice car to apply this to? I do, but you know, better use it on these vehicles here. Because what if the product is not the greatest? What are you gonna do, right? So. Can you see the difference? Hope you can see on camera. Let me bring this over here. As you can, see the line right there? Oh, guys, since you guys are watching there, and you know, I really appreciate your input and what you guys think about this microphone. How's my voice coming out? Is it easy to, you know, do you guys hear any noises, any sounds, anything other than my voice? Or just let me know so I know. I'm trying. This is my third microphone that I'm trying. The last one I didn't like it. It had too much echo. It was not a inexpensive one, but I just think, look, yeah, it spreads really good. Looks brand new. I like this. So now it's protected. It shouldn't fade as fast, and it should look new and water repellent too. All right, guys. So let me finish the vehicle, and then I'll give you my afterthoughts. All right, guys, so look, here's the finished product. Only one coat of the Vonixx V Plastic Pro. They say you can do the second coat after 3 hours. I decided just to do one coat. Look how the handle looks like brand new handle. So they'll protect, I guess, this is gonna protect much better. Look, mirrors, the bumper. Oh, it looks like a new van. Look at there. They put a little address in the tire. Look, mirror. Those black panels look like a brand new van. So here you go. V Plastic Pro. SIOO. Protection can last up to 3 years. Again, it all depends, you know, how it's maintained, all the good stuff. So there's my video for today. Let me change angles a little bit so you guys all can get motivated. Look at the beauty. You know. All right. All right. So my final thoughts on it. Vonixx V Plastic. Great product. Doesn't have a horrible smell or anything like that. So you put like a ceramic coating, it doesn't flash. What you do is you just wipe to get that transferred chemical out of there, so the product can get bond to the paint better. And smooth to the touch, no residue. I used my hands earlier, and no product came out. So I'm really satisfied with the application. Application is very easy. Is it worth the $50? Definitely. $50, definitely worth it. But don't do what I did. You know what I did? I got a bottle, I took the cap off. I cannot find a cap now. So I need to look, where did they drop the darn cap? Somewhere in this darn warehouse. So I need to find a cap, because if I don't, the product will be, all crystallized within a couple of days, because it's a ceramic coating for plastic. But here we are, another review for the week. Hope all of you guys are having a good week. God bless you all. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up. All right, and I'll see you next time. Take care.